welcome. This is going to be your full-size future forecast. And the future forecast, we are looking at the energy. It looks like we're going to look mostly at the energy of your health, like your energetic health. I don't say physical health, but I do kind of look into it a little bit. Just kind of know I'm obviously I'm not a doctor and I do not, prescribe or none of that stuff. But I do look at the energy of your body. Okay. So we're going to look at that. But because it is also a future forecast, I want to pull for just the energy of your future to come. Usually when I do future readings, we're not looking at anything further than just a year. So I'm going to kind of keep it within a year's time, unless spirit tells me or I get this feeling that it's for a different timeline, then of course I will let you know. So I'm going to pull cards for your energetic body, and then I'm going to pull cards on a separate pile for the future. Okay. So your energetic body, spirit, let us go ahead and look into the energy of my client. I'm going to just take a pause real fast just to kind of connect with you. Okay. Wow. Right. So the way I connect with you is I think of your name and I see it in my mind, and then I ask for your spirit to come forward. So the first thing that I saw in your energy, my love, is a lot of purple. And when I see a lot of purple for people, purple to me, this is the energetic body, spirit. This is the future forecast. When I see purple, it's mediumship or it's spirit. Okay. I don't know if you tap in for mediumship. If you don't, this to me is a sign of having a lot of spirit around you. And I wish there was a different word to say or to use for spirit attachment, but that's the only word that's coming to mind. So spirit attachment is when you have the energy of spirit, whether it's someone you're a loved one who has passed, or it's usually hitchhiker spirits that kind of follow you. They attach themselves to you for whatever reason. Okay. It is also attachment from other people's energy onto your body, whether you absorb someone else's energy as an empath and you just don't know how to get rid of it, or they latch onto you due to toxicity in a relationship or whatever. Okay. So lots of purple. It was very dark purpley. So to me, it's very saturated with that energy. I'm going to go with my intuition, and I feel like that is more of the spirit attachment energy and not so much mediumship. But if you are watching this, and well, obviously you're going to be watching it, but while you're watching this, and if you do mediumship, this is your sign to learn how to cleanse yourself better and to release the energies of your clients or spirit that you work with much better, because it's coming up in your aura that you have them around. Okay. So let's go ahead and go into the energetic body since we're already talking about it, and then we'll get into the future forecast. So looking into your energetic body, we have the spider, which is community and web weaving. Okay. Spiders create their webs to attract prey, right? But when I see this spider coming up for you in your energetic body, your whole body is like a web. You are literally attracting, and things, energy, bugs, so to speak, are getting stuck in your web or in your aura field. So that makes sense. This is also when you are working around or you are constantly around a lot of people. So think about your everyday life. Do you work around a lot of people? Do you work in the public? Do you, are you constantly, around people? Do you have a big family? Do you live with a lot of people? Do you weigh out your free time, your solo peace time versus when you're helping and dedicating your time and energy to others? Does it outweigh itself? The other oracle cards, St. John's wort and marigold. Against your will, there will not be. No entrance, no welcoming, be gone. This is literally, and the marigold is the flower we put out when we put up our little, I think it's called the ofrenda, like when we do the Dia de los Muertos, when we put out our altars for our loved ones who have passed. The marigold is the flower that we put out. It literally attracts spirit. But this is pretty much like a little verbal thing of setting your boundary. Okay. What is not meant to be in your energetic space needs to go. This is literally telling spirit, hey, you're not supposed to be here. You know, your energetic space is your own space. You have to set a boundary. It's almost like if you left your front door open and anyone, the neighbors, the random people can walk into your house. That is literally what your energetic field is like. Right now, the front door is open and anyone can come through. This other card is pomegranate. Dare to taste the unknown. Let it seduce your spirit awake. I love that the palm has the eye. I feel like the eye is so symbolic for the evil eye. I feel like just as soon as I saw that, I was like, my spirit team is telling me evil eye. Okay. So I do kind of feel like this is somebody else placing their own nasty energy onto you. And I want you to really sit there and think to yourself, do I have enemies, or do I have someone recently that I had a falling out with that I'm not on a good terms with? You know, is there somebody in your world that is possibly sending you, and maybe they're not intentionally sending it, but maybe they're just talking shit, you know, talking shit to someone else, or they're thinking negative thoughts about you, and that energy is coming towards you, right? So think about that. Have you had a recent falling out? Have you had a fight with someone? Do you have a person in your life that you're not on good terms with? And really think about that, because I think that that's where a lot of this energy is coming from. So let's go ahead and see with the tarot cards a little bit more about your energy. Why your energy is so low. Why do you feel so tired? What can you do? The Nine of Presents, or the Nine of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Queen of Potions, or the Queen of Cups. So you're definitely that motherly love. Seven of Needles, Seven of Swords, and then we have the Three of Fire, the Three of Candles, Three of Wands. Your shadow card is the Eight of Cups. Yes. So what I'm seeing with your tarot cards, my love, is you have this motherly instinct, the Queen of Cups. This motherly instinct, it's a natural instinct that you have to want to take care of others. You want to nurture and take care of people. The Page of Needles could be either you have quite a bit of kids, or you constantly have young people around you. Maybe you work around young people. Something with the pages, okay? But I also get this feeling of like this ball and chain. Well, to me, this looks like a ball and chain to me. And in a nice way, I'm saying is you're really chained down to other people's needs, okay? Whether it's kids, whether it's people in your family, maybe you're caretaking or you're taking care of others. But I feel like there is this being chained to other people, and your solo time to take care of yourself is dwindled. You haven't really been giving it yourself enough self-care and love. The Nine of Presents, to me, in the Rider-Waite decks, the Nine of Cups, or I'm sorry, the Nine of Presents, the Nine of Pentacles is the card of plenty. It's when somebody is just lavished, they're living in their luxury. But when I see that card, the first thing I felt was, if someone is sending you the evil eye, there is a jealousy towards your plenty. So whether you have a large family or you just have a lot going on, maybe you have a really amazing job, maybe you make a lot of money, maybe you have whatever it is, that someone is looking at you with green eyes, with envy. They're looking at everything that you have, okay? The other thing I'm seeing with the seven of swords and the three of wands is blocks. Okay. The thing with the needles, this is like intuitively, I just kind of feel, and I'm sure no one's doing this to you like a voodoo doll where they're creating a little voodoo doll of you and they're purposely putting intentions, but that's the first thing I thought of when I saw this. So really ask yourself, if you are not on good terms with someone, is that person into magic? Do they do stuff, right? just kind of put that in your mind. The fact that this is green too really makes me wonder if this person is literally jealous of you and they think nasty thoughts towards you. Okay. The Three of Candles, the Three of Wands, is normally the message of the desire for more. You have known deep down that you need to shift. Things need to change. There's people who are literally sucking the life and energy out of you. And I feel like that's the shadow card. You know you need to walk away from some of these relationships or these connections with people, whether it's family, friends, a lover, whatever the situation is. But it's very hard to walk away from that. So I see that in your cards as like a fear that you have, okay? But I do see in terms of your energy and just what you're dealing with, I feel like it's one person that is doing this. They're sending you nasty energy. But I also think as a whole, if you are naturally the caretaker or the nurturer, the mother energy to people, you need to learn how to protect yourself. You need to learn how to release energy after you've been around someone that drains you. And my advice to you would be, oh, I love it. Yeah, see, I pulled the bear card. So that's mama bear energy. There's nothing wrong with having a big heart and wanting to take care of people, but you also have to take care of yourself. And some of my tips for ways you can release other people's energy is when you shower, imagine all of that nasty grime that belonged to other people is being washed away. So when you're obviously washing and cleaning your body, you are also cleaning your energy, your aura. So that meditations at night, meditate at night to relax, to release. You could search on YouTube, guided meditation for anxiety, guided meditation for an energy cleanse, guided meditation for cord cutting. They're all over the place and they're free. But you need to do some kind of nightly routine where it helps you relax, but it also releases. Okay. Protection crystals. If you like crystals and you prefer that, I would definitely say get yourself something black. Black tourmaline is probably my most favorite for that. It absorbs negative energy. Always have tourmaline, especially if you are working around people who suck the life out of you. Other things you could do would be smoke cleanses. If you like to do that, you could ground yourself, go out in nature, put your bare feet in the grass, hug a tree, touch a tree. Mother Earth, Mother Nature is very good for cleansing energy. But you have to do this on the regular, especially if you are constantly around this type of energy. Now, if you work with spirit, if you're a medium or you work with spirit, and maybe that's why you have a lot of attachments, the same thing, I would say an energy clearing or an energy cleanse, either someone else can do it for you or you could do it for yourself. And again, I would definitely say if you work with spirit, you better have black tourmaline with you on the table, or on you. And always have some kind of way to open space, and then you close it and you make that declaration to spirit that when the candle is lit, you always hear me say it when I do readings, when my candle is lit, our space is open. When I blow the candle out, the circle is closed, you got to go. So make sure you do something like that too, if you're a reader. The last thing I will say too is, what was I going to say? I'm trying to get it all out. Let me see. What was the last thing, Spirit, that I was going to tell her? Oh my goodness. I can't even think right now. With your spirit attachments though, it could be also, think of your relationships with people, setting boundaries. That's what it was. Maybe you have to set firmer boundaries with someone. If you live with people who are absorbing, who are just like sucking the life energy out of you and they don't return anything back, if they're always taking from you and never giving back, that is an unhealthy, toxic relationship, friendship, connection, okay? If you live with someone who has alcohol abuse, drug abuse, or just they're constantly depressed, they're constantly negative all the time, they're angry, that is also, a form of energy that is being sucked out of you. They could be absorbing your energy and they don't even know it. So putting firm boundaries up, whether it is you pick and choose when you hang out with certain people, you pick and choose how long you are with people, you pick and choose what you say say and how much of yourself you open up to other people. Maybe it's setting a firm boundary where you cut people out of your life, you know? You have to really focus on that, because it sounds to me like you're very sensitive and this kind of stuff just really affects you in a different way. Okay. So let's go ahead and change gears and let me pull cards for you about just the future in general. So I did already pull a couple of those oracle cards. So let me get those. So let's start off with this first, and then I'll start pulling my tarot cards. So future in general, please keep in mind nothing is set in stone. So anything that I read right now for the future for you is not set in stone. It doesn't, you can change it by your current actions, okay? So we have the future, the veil. I love it. So with this coming up, this is to me already Spirit saying you are not supposed to know all the full details of your future. So I have to keep that in mind now as I go into what I'm going to tell you, because the veil is over your eyes. There are certain things that you're not meant to know and see, even if you're curious about it. Let's see. Darkness falls. Interesting. Within you live the hidden, the things that want nothing more than to swallow you whole. Your shadow, okay? There is a lot of aspects to your shadow that are going to be coming up for you in the near future. When I say your shadow is your fear state. These are your fears. These are your blocks. These are your setbacks. These are the things that you don't want to touch, that you don't want to face, that you don't want to deal with. This is usually the shit that we hide under the rug and we hope we never have to deal with it again. When this stuff comes up, it comes up because we want to heal, or we need to heal from it. So if you notice in the next few months some things from your past, whether it's a literal person or a fear comes up or something, maybe it's a memory or a trigger and you're faced to deal with it, rather than running away from it, you were being asked to face it head on. Okay? That is the only way you will heal from it. You have to face it head on, and you have to allow yourself to either let it go, set a boundary, or make peace. Forgiveness, make peace, whatever you have to do with the thing or the person. So just get ready, okay? Stuff is going to come up that comes up from the past. Firesider, dwell in the medicine that exists to protect the spirit. I love it. So you already have the medicine within you to protect yourself. You already have that knowledge. You already know what you need to do to put your guard up, to put a wall up, maybe not in a negative way, but to set your boundary. So as I was talking earlier about, why, or the people or the things that are probably sucking the energy out of you, you probably already had intuitively certain people's names or faces come up in your mind. If that happened, that is your heart talking to you. That is your spirit team showing you those are the people you need to deal with, okay? So that card is also saying that stuff's going to come up. So if you have toxic relationships or connections with people in your life, and you know intuitively that they need to go or that something needs to be done, those things are going to come up, and they will continue to come up until you deal with it. So you could run away from your shadow as long as you want, as many times as you want, but eventually you're going to get tired of the same shit coming up over and over and over again. So if you find yourself constantly being faced with the same lessons over and over again, it's usually a sign that you're not learning and you need to deal with it head on. Let's see what else is coming up in your near future. Judgment. The Knight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so what's coming up in the near future? Definitely there's going to be this, I feel this connection, this profound connection with your spirit team. Judgment to me is when you're being called by your guides, or when you feel called by God, or when you feel called by your angels. There's this distinct knowing that you're supposed to do something specific, okay? So that to me feels like a profound connection with your spirit team or God, or all of the above. So if you feel intuitively drawn to do something, or If you have a dream that just sticks in your mind, really pay attention to that and follow what you feel intuitively you need to do to deal with it. The Knight of Swords and to me the Eight of Potions, to me this is an energy of getting away from something that is no longer emotionally fulfilling you. This to me feels like it's a person, okay? This Knight of Swords could either be a lover, or it could be a friend, a family member, somebody who is not on in a good way. They're either, like I said, they're sucking the energy out of you. They're toxic. There's something about this connection with this person that is not fulfilling you, and it's actually been a void. It has been something you've been trying to run away from for a while. Okay? That's also coming up in the near future. This I feel is the shadow. I do feel like the shadow is connected to someone from your past. I want to say intuitively, I feel like it's a love situation, but I could be wrong. But I do feel like that's one of the shadows. You're going to have to set a boundary and probably walk away from this person. The Nine of Presents is, to me, fulfillment and abundance coming to you. These are gifts coming to you. These are good things. This is a really, really good card. It's a really good energy card. I feel like you're going to have some sort of form of abundance come to you. I feel like this could be money. The presence or the pentacle suit is money, material things. It could be the house. It could be a car. It could be, like I said, money. Or it could also be the body. I also see pentacles as body. So it could be an abundance for that. So maybe if you are doing the work, to help your energy and to cleanse and all that, you may feel more abundant. Maybe you feel like you have more energy and you feel better. Okay. Let me go ahead and shuffle. See if anything else is coming up. Anything else coming up for my client regarding her future? The Queen of Bats, I love it. Four of Wands, beautiful. Temperance. The Emperor. Hierophant. Okay, so relationship-wise, I feel like there's like a new house, honestly. It's either a new house or a celebration. I don't know if it's marriage because the Hierophant and then we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is usually a celebration or it's like marriage. I don't know if you're planning on getting married, if you're already married. I don't know. An anniversary, maybe going to someone's wedding. There's something with marriage. The reason why I said, are you getting married, is because the Emperor and the Hierophant are together. Hierophant is the connection or the making making that connection to get married. It's all about that energy. And the Emperor is the pair. It's the pair to the Empress. It's usually the person, the lover. Are you in a relationship? I don't know if you are, but I'm saying if you're in a relationship, are you guys planning a wedding? Are they going to ask you, I also think too with this house, especially because we have a Queen of Bats, the Queen of Swords looking towards the house. I feel like this could also be the process of moving or looking into changing your dwelling place. So maybe in a year's time, especially with this abundance flow that happens, maybe this is a changing of your home. Are you going to get, a new place? Maybe if you're renting and maybe you're going to buy something, or maybe you're going to find a different apartment or upgrade in wherever you're at. But I kind of feel like there's some shift with your foundation, which is really good to see. I also love the Queen of Bats coming up for you because she is she's literally a power figure. She's very firm with her boundaries. She speaks her mind. She always speaks truth and she demands truth and respect from others. So I feel like this is the definite type of person I want you to step into, be that version of yourself that requires respect and you require all of that. When you have self-respect and you're dealing with your shadows and you're healing and you're blocking people that just don't need to be in your life anymore, you are showing the world to respect me, right? When you leave broken connections open and you allow yourself to be taken advantage of by people who do not respect you, you are not putting out respect for yourself in that energy out to the world. And that's why you may attract people or situations that disrespect you constantly. So your boundaries, the way you hold yourself, the way you see yourself is what needs to change. And that is part of your healing process. I love it though, because I do see that happen for you. I love that the Temperance card comes out as well. This card gives me this feeling that there is something brewing in your future. You're working towards something. This could be the goal of marriage. It could be the goal of a new house. But there's something that you're working towards, and I feel like in time, you're going to get it. As I say this, the month of February sticks out to me for you. So when I give timelines, it's not, like I said, it's never set in stone, but the February sticks out to me for you. So really keep your eye on that. Maybe that's going to see when you see fulfillment of whatever it is that you're working towards. Maybe February is the date, a special anniversary date, a marriage date. Maybe it's when you get married. Maybe it's when you get asked to be married. Maybe it's when the lease is up, and maybe that's when you move into a new place. I don't know. But February is sticking out to me for you. Let me see what else, if anything else comes up with your future. So we have the perfume bottle and we have the watch. Interesting. Okay. So watch is time. Okay. Perfume bottle is scent. It's like kind of like the aroma. It's kind of what you put on to be noticed. Let's see what else. Obelisk. I kind of see that as grounding. Sachet. Interesting. Sachet is usually looked at as a protective thing. We usually put a sachet of herbs when we're trying to protect ourselves. So when I kind of look at this all together, the obelisk kind of shows me it's pointing north, or I don't know, for some reason I want to say pointing north, or your inner compass is going to be guiding you to the right direction. And that watch, that time, is kind of like in divine timing, you will be led in the right direction where you're supposed to go. I feel like that's kind of something between you and your guides. Maybe that has to do with when you feel called by spirit or God or your guides or whomever. If you're waiting for something, a direction, it's gonna happen, but in due timing. So you can't rush the process. The perfume in the sachet, maybe this is asking you to protect, well, actually it is, because your energy, protecting your energy. And the sachet, what people would do is they would have little bags and they would put herbs that were properties for protection, like protection herbs, or sometimes they would make lavender sachets for relaxation. Maybe that's something you could do to kind of help you relax, right? Or something to protect, like I said, with the tourmaline. I don't know. But that's just what I feel with that. Whew, that's a lot of talking. Other than that, my love, that is all I'm seeing right now in your cards. I hope I was able to answer your question and give you enough guidance and give you enough insight to help you with this. I do feel like there is a balance of really good things happening in your near future. And then there's just a couple of things, like a couple shadow stuff, fears that you're going to have to really work towards. So take it easy, take it slow, one thing at a time. But I send you all of my love, and I hope that you were able to face some of these shadows and finally just break free from some of this stuff and just allow yourself to cleanse energy that is not yours. Don't hold on to something that belongs to someone else. It is not your responsibility to hold on to it. So release it, let it go, set some firm boundaries with people who are not respecting you, and respect yourself more. Okay? Take care, my love, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.